Good morning. On behalf of the Equal Justice Coalition, welcome to the 23rd Annual Walk to the Hill for Civil Legal Aid, which is also the second annual and second ever Talk to the Hill for Civil Legal Aid. Someday we'll all be back together in person at the State House, but today we again have the privilege of bringing the State House to you right in your homes and offices. We are joined today by state representatives, state senators, and legislative and executive decision makers from across the Commonwealth. We're here today to talk with them and to listen to them. We're here to thank them for their support for civil legal aid in the past and to work with them to fund legal aid for the future. But most importantly, we are here today to help deliver on a promise. We are here today to ensure that Massachusetts delivers on the promise of equal justice for all. Now, most of us who participate in the Walk to the Hill each year are lawyers. Some of us were sworn in as lawyers decades ago, others were sworn in just a few months ago. But whether you've been a lawyer in the Commonwealth for 50 days or 50 years, it turns out you took the very same oath when you were sworn in. That's because we have the oldest attorney's oath in the country, embodied by statute in Mass General Laws, Chapter 221, Section 38, for those of you site checking at home. And one of the things that we promise when we're sworn in as attorneys is to uphold the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. What does our Constitution have to say about civil legal aid? Well, here's what it says. It is the duty of the people to provide for an equitable mode of making laws, as well as for an impartial interpretation and a faithful execution of them, that every man may at all times find his security in them. The principle of not just equality, but equity under the law is embodied in our very Constitution. And that Constitution, which we all agreed to uphold, makes it our duty, all of our duty, to make sure that our laws are made, interpreted, and executed equitably. It is civil legal aid that delivers on that promise. Our Constitution promises to everyone in the Commonwealth that they'll receive equal and equitable justice under law, and it is all of our duty, but particularly all of our duty as lawyers, to make good on that promise. So when you have a chance to talk with your legislators later today, ask them to stay faithful to our Constitution's promise of equal justice. Today, the need for legal aid is greater than ever. The pandemic intensified the need for civil legal services, while at the same time increasing their cost. That is why, though the incredible funding increases of the last few years have allowed the Massachusetts Legal Assistance Corporation to serve more residents than ever before, still more than half of those who qualify for civil legal aid have to be turned away. The need is just so great. It is on us as citizens, as lawyers, as legislators, to make good on the promise of equal justice for those who need it. To do that, we need to serve more people in need. To serve more people in need, we need more lawyers, and to have more civil legal aid lawyers, we need more funding for civil legal aid. The Equal Justice Coalition has asked that funding for civil legal aid be increased by $6 million to a total of $41 million to make good on our promise of equal justice for all. And I'm hoping that you'll join us in asking our legislators to do just that.